Hans Lindemann, millionaire fixer. We suspect he's behind the Basel meeting, but as of yet, we can't confirm his presence there. Nicholas Blake, forced out of the Home Office by Nightingale for reasons unknown. His successor, Andrew Lawrence. Now, he has no proven connection to Nightingale, but they clearly had an agenda for getting Nicholas Blake out. Was it to get Andrew Lawrence in? Sarah Caulfield. We now have evidence she left the UK 2 weeks ago. She took a flight to Frankfurt using an alias. Now off our radar.
Showing just how much of a new broom she is by helping organise the terror attacks before she left.
Why would she betray both her principals and her government like that?
Money.
There won't be money.
You know her.
At present, we have more questions than answers, but we do know all of these people are in some way linked to a conspiracy to provoke a war between India and Pakistan.
A potential nuclear war.
We can't ignore China in this. What's their position?
Biggest player in the region. There is no way Pakistan would have moved on the submarine without their backing. So how are they involved and why?
India's set a deadline of a week for the return of the sub, so that's our time frame.
Harry, you were right about another person being at the Nightingale meeting in Basel. Hans Lindemann.
And?
He came in on a private jet to a secret landing strip. Shortly after returning from Basel, Lindemann spent several days secluded in his Tuscan retreat. He had only one guest for the whole of that time.
And that was?
Andrew Lawrence, the Home Secretary.
That doesn't look good for Lawrence.
We need to get surveillance into Lindemann's office right away.
You have to admit, if there was a war between India and Pakistan, it might sort out a few issues.
Can't think why Nightingale haven't tried to recruit you.
It's been gnawing away at me as well.
I bet it has. Let's see what Lindemann has to do with all this.
You going in there?
Come on then, Roz. Small talk me a little.
Okay, my perfume is made from the anal glands of cats. I read that in the paper this morning.
It's actually the perineal gland of the civet. And not anymore, because they synthesize it.
How do you know that?
I'm a polymath.
What the hell's a civet?
Civet is a kind of cross between a cat and a mongoose. And in Vietnam, they drink a coffee made from the half-digested beans harvested from its feces.
Versatile little creature.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, liking the frequency, Kenneth.
Okay, I'll do the meeting room and then we're good to go.
Hey, Lucas. You look surprised to see me.
Yeah, I am.
It's been a while.
Why have you come here?
To kill you? Get out of town, Lucas, while you still have the chance. You can't stop what's gonna happen.
Get out of town. Didn't realize we're in Dodge City.
Contact me when you're safe. Barbados, Bolivia, you choose. I'll meet you there.
What are you talking about?
Red zone's where people die, green zone's where they live. Head for the green zone while you still have the chance. This is the last one you'll get.
You're not going anywhere.
Roz Myers.
The feeling's mutual.
Sarah!
Take the shot, Lucas!
Why didn't you shoot her?
I wasn't sure I could just wing her. She's no use to us dead.
You still like her, Lucas?
Back off, Roz.
Our only real link to Nightingale, and you just let her get away.
No, I made sure we still had a chance of getting her alive.
Barbados or Bolivia, you choose.
I said back off, I'll find her. Tarek, can you check out the most expensive hotels? Any guests with the surnames of American presidents? She likes to use them as pseudonyms.
She's a silly little show-off. Patterns are always bad.
Jackson, Johnson, Adams, there are 44 US presidents. That's a lot of guests.
Best get started then. Ross, I didn't shoot her because I couldn't guarantee I wouldn't kill her. If I'd have done that, we'd have nothing. But I will find her, and we will use her to defeat Nightingale.
OK.
We need to get to the Summit Hotel, check out security. Delegates are arriving in 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'd go for Barbados.
What?
Bolivia's run by commies in ponchos, and it doesn't have a seaside.
You found him, and you let him go.
I didn't let him go. We got disturbed.
You followed him to Lindemann's.
Which probably means they know about Lawrence's trip to Tuscany.
Yes.
So what'll they do about it?
Trust will break down between the Home Secretary and the Security Service Chief, I guess, which is good for us. Make sure you don't let Lucas off again, or it'll look like you don't want to kill him.
I wanted to talk to you about the Home Secretary. I think we should exercise caution.
So do I.
I suspect I mean it rather differently.
Go on.
Andrew Lawrence having friendly relations with a Basel conspirator is not proof, Harry.
Odd timing, though. 2-day break together in Tuscany just as Nightingale forced out his predecessor.
Yeah, that's called the availability error in psychology, most common cause of irrational thought.
Nobody else has raised it out.
They may be reluctant to challenge their leader's obvious conviction, which is exactly how miscarriages of justice take place.
No such reluctance with you, though, eh, Ruth?
No, I'm not saying he isn't bad. I'm just saying we should remain open to the possibility that he isn't. I'll go check how we're doing at the hotel.
Both Pakistani and Indian representatives are about to sit down to talks amidst heightened security in a bid to alleviate the growing submarine crisis.
Helipad secure. We're just going to go back and make sure they can't drive a truck in the lobby.
Lucas North. Glad you're on point, Lucas. Let's work together, Hum, make this a smooth ride.
Roz Myers.
Hey.
The delegations are arriving. Security's clear at the Summit Hotel, so we're all good to go.
The Americans are taking care of matters with regards to their Secretary of State. He's staying at Chequers with the PM, right?
Yeah.
If things stall, both he and the PM can come in at a moment's notice. Roz, I want you to go and see the Home Secretary.
Alone?
I want to be absolutely sure that our evaluation of him is not informed by my prejudices.
Everything we do is informed by those. What's the strategy?
We could push him away from the talks, but then we won't know what he's doing.
Do we pull him in?
Make him one of us. Almost, but give him false information that won't help Nightingale if they get it, but will alert us that he's a traitor.
Risky. If he is in a